The George and Pudgy Show. Starring Milt Stiltskin as George Coinbridge. Co-starring Bill Dokie as Pudgy Coinbridge. Also starring Schmitzy Poldonka as Maggie Coinbridge. And Margaret Meadow Muffin as Mildred Coinbridge. Along with Falk Boyley, Peter Peters, and special guest star Percy Tinkles. Welcome to our presentation of A Hunting We Will Go.
This is the Gum Chewy Radio Network. Tonight's episode of the George and Pudgy Show, A Hunting We Will Go, is brought to you by Dirk Gherkin's brined and pickled fine smoking cigars. Did you know that Dirk Gherkin grows and picks his own tobacco and that he himself rolls his cigars between his thighs before pickling them in the finest Miller Moth vinegars and smoked salts for that smooth, mellow, satisfying flavor you'll only find in a genuine Dirk Gherkin cigar. And by the makers of Mama Floppa's sweet American-style fire-roasted fish balls. Mama Floppa's uses only the finest fish balls money can buy. These fish balls are ripped off at the peak of flavor, then gently washed and fire-roasted over an open pit. Then canned and cooked in Mama Floppa's special sweet and salty ball water. Mama Floppa's, a name to remember, a taste you won't forget.
When we last left the Coinbridges, we heard George say,
Speaking of leaving, where did you say we're going, Maggie?
will they find the next scavenger hunt item? Did Pudgy drive all night again? Let's join them on their adventure.
We're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And guess where we're staying? Franciscan Hotel. Albuquerque, New Mexico? Did you hear that, Pudgy? We're going to Albuquerque. And we get to stay at Franciscan Hotel. Did you know that it was a community project that began in 1920 by the local Kiwanis Club and the Chamber of Commerce? It's supposed to be one of the swankiest hotels in the country.
That's my little encyclopedia.
Just let me know when you want me to drive, Pudge.
Thanks, Georgie boy. I'm feeling pretty chipper this morning. I'll bet I could just sit here and drive all the way to Albuquerque without stopping.
Oh yeah, you think so, huh? Well, I think you're gonna be aching to get off your keister before we get anywhere near Albuquerque.
George is right, Pudgy. It's 1,300 miles from Shelbyville to Albuquerque. I wonder what we're gonna have to hunt for in Albuquerque.
Well, if it's anything like the last two hunts, we could be there for days.
I think we're okay, Pudgy. Mr. Morrow said we had 15 days to get everything on the hunt and to get to the last city, wherever that is. And we're only on day number 4, and we have 2 of the 5 items and on our way to number 3.
I just can't believe how much fun this is. Here we are, all 4 of us together, and wouldn't you know, we're all getting along. We all know me and Mildred have had our differences in the past, but this time it feels different. We're all having fun together. Even when we had to get George and Pudgy out of jail, Mildred and me had a few laughs thinking about leaving you guys behind. We are going to places we've never been, looking for kookiest scavenger hunt items ever. It's all been paid for. Well, mostly. But what's not to enjoy when you're going on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure?
Hey, Georgie boy, I'm beginning to see your point. Now that we're in Oklahoma City, maybe we should cash it in. I'm ready to strap on the feed bag and hit the sack.
What? Are you kidding? Any extra hotels we stay at comes out of our pocket. Not only that, but it's only another 6.5 hours until we're there. I'm gonna fill the tank with gas. Pudgy, you and Mildred can ride in the back, and I'm driving, and Mags is up front.
Maggie, can you come around here to the trunk and help me for a minute? Sure.
What are the girls doing in the trunk?
Beats me, they're probably looking for makeup or something. Let's go, ladies. We haven't got all night.
Don't have all night, huh? Well, maybe I was doing something. I had to put away the postcards I bought, and I was thinking, since you didn't want to stop for the night, I would run in and get us all some food at the truck stop diner across the street. I suppose you wouldn't want one of these hamburgers, would you?
I want one. You're the best, Mildred.
I would absolutely love a hamburger. You're one smart cookie there, Mildred.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mildred. Do you have a burger for me, too?
No. Of course I do. I'm just checking your chain, Georgie. I'll do that again.
At last, Albuquerque.
It's a beautiful morning. Look, you can see the hotel from here.
Holy mackerel, that place is decked out for the glitterati.
No kidding. Boy, who would have thought we'd be staying in hotels like this?
Good morning. Welcome to the Hotel Franciscan. My name is Quiberto. Do you have a reservation?
We're Mr. and Mrs. Coinbridge, ×2.
I see here you are the radio gum chewy hunter people, yes? Very good. I have been instructed that I am to hand you this envelope upon your arrival. Here are your room keys, room 504 and room 505. We have a dinner show in the Scarlet Slipper Room tonight at 9 p.m.
What's the dinner show about?
Tonight we have Miss Luce Morals, a most beautiful singer from Djibouti. If you need something, just ask me, Quiberto.
Mr. Coberto, sir? Pop? Sorry, I can't make that sound. I have a couple of questions for you. Pop, where can we go for some breakfast? And does everyone around here do that pop thing with the mouth?
What pop thing are you talking about? The Church Street Cafe has a very good breakfast. Church Street is the next left off the boulevard, right in front of the hotel.
Where is Djibouti? Djibouti is on the northeastern coast of Africa, from the Red Sea and the Mandeb Strait. Also, Djibouti is bordered by Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, and shares maritime borders with Yemen.
Just how do you know that?
My uncle was a merchant marine.
Here's my little encyclopedia.
I'm starving. Pop, pop.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Church Street Cafe. I'll be your waiter. My name's Booger. Here's your menus. The special is on the back. and I'll bring your coffees right over.
I sure hope Booger keeps his hands clean.
Me too. Open the envelope, Maggie.
I opened the first one in Plymouth, Wisconsin. Mildred opened the second one in Shelbyville, Tennessee. You opened this one, George.
Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, I almost feel I could say something.
Don't start yammering, Georgie. We only have 9 days left to finish the hunt.
Okay. Let's see here. It says caveat.
Caveat? That sounds like an animal or something.
Caveat? I don't know about that. It sounds more like a car part.
Caveat sounds a lot like caviar. I bet it has something to do with seafood.
What it sounds like is finding a caveat thing, whatever it is gonna be a real pain in the neck.
I think this time we should all stay together and look as a group.
That's a good idea, Maggie. That way we can watch the boys and make sure they stay out of trouble. We don't want to bail them out of jail again, do we, Maggie?
Hey, it's not our fault people take things the wrong way.
I agree with Mildred. We're all sticking together.
Right. And we're going through everybody's ideas scientifically.
Oh yeah? Scientifically, huh? Where did you get your degree? The Furbush University?
As a matter of fact, I did. I learned how to cook there. And that's a science if you ask me. You better say nothing bad about good old Furbush University. FU has been a long tradition in our family. So we're scientifically going to go through everyone's thoughts on what they think a caveat is. Mildred was the first one to say her idea, so we'll start with hers.
Look, here comes George now. Looks like he's all steamed up.
Oh yeah? Same to you, you mook ya!
I guess a caveat isn't a small breed of dog, eh, Georgie boy?
No, it's not a small dog. It's not a large dog. It ain't any kind of dog. It's not a pussycat, and it's not a snake either. We've been to every place that sells fur coats or anything leather, even shoe stores. We've even been to the zoo, the local dog pound catcher, and every veterinarian in Albuquerque. We can safely say that a caveat is not an animal or anything like it. Pudgy, your idea is up next. A car part or something mechanical, right?
That's right, George. I'm thinking it has something to do with the brakes, like on one of them new Packard 120s. Have you seen one of those beauties, George? They are something else.
George, it's been a long day. I'm tired and hungry. Let's just grab a quick bite to eat and go back to the hotel for the night.
I'm with Maggie.
You're right, George. Let's call it a day and start again tomorrow morning.
That's okay with me.
Good morning, Mildred.
Good morning, Maggie.
Morning, Pudgy, Mildred. Are we ready to find a caveat?
Look no further than your local Packard dealer.
I hope that's all the further we have to look, but I doubt it.
If it doesn't pan out, we still have your idea, Maggie.
By the guys laughing and pointing at him, I don't think George had any luck.
That tears it. It's not a car part of any kind, Pudgy. I'm getting tired of going into places and being laughed at. So the next time we go anywhere looking for the caveat, we're all going.
Looks like your idea is next, Maggie.
It sounded like a good idea before. I'm not as sure now.
You're not getting off that easy, Maggie. What was it again? You think a caveat has something to do with seafood because it sounds a little like caviar?
There can't be many places to buy seafood in Albuquerque, can there?
Look up there, on the right. Stuba's meat and fish.
Let's go in and ask him. What's the worst that could happen?
What can I do for you folks?
Maggie?
George?
Maggie?
George?
Are you folks here for a reason?
Yeah, we're here for a reason. Maggie?
George!
Let's not get that started again, all right? How about you, pal? Maybe you can tell me why you're here.
Sure. We're just wanting to know if you sell caveat.
Run that by me one more time.
Have you got caveat for sale?
Are you trying to say caviar?
What does it sound like we're saying?
Well, that's a great question. Tell you what, why don't you just wander back out the way you came in? When you figure out what it is you're looking for, go someplace else.
Now look here, mister. Don't you talk to them like that. What's the matter with you? I have a good mind never to shop here again.
Again? Believe me, lady, if you had shopped here before, I would have booted you out before this.
Okay. Come out from behind the counter. If you think you're going to talk to my wife like that and get away with it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
I'm calling the cops. You're all disrupting my business here. All of you are ready for the loony bin.
Oh boy, am I ever to be glad out of that smelly jail and back in the hotel. Is that what it's like, George? When you and Pudgy get nabbed for disturbing the peace? You take a big ride downtown and get your finger photos taken and your face printed?
Every time, Maggie. Every time.
We need to thank Roberto, Pop, for bailing us out and getting us back to the hotel.
Using our one call to call the hotel was a good move there, Mildred. Okay, officer. Thank you, Corberto.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roberto.
Thanks.
Quiberto says you're welcome.
Is there anything we can do for you, Gilberto?
Yes, Quiberto would like you to attend the dinner show in the Scarlet Slipper Room tonight at 9 p.m.
Well, if all it's going to take is for us to have dinner and watch a show, far be it from me to say no. We'll be there 9 o'clock sharp.
Friday night is the perfect night for a drive-in movie, and what a better snack to have than a can of Mama Floppa's sweet American-style fire-roasted fish balls. Why, it's almost a picnic in a can. Mama Floppa herself rips the ripened fish balls off at the peak of flavor. She then gently washes them in fresh spring water before roasting them over an open pit. Then, at the peak of flavor, they are canned and cooked in Mama Floppa's special sweet and salty ball water. So sit back with your sweetheart, watch the movies, and enjoy goodness that's packed in every fish ball. That's Mama Floppa's, a name to remember, a taste you won't forget.
Are you ready, George?
I sure am. Let's get Pudgy and Mildred.
Hey, you two. Are you ready for dinner and the show?
Mildred, my dear, our dinner companions have arrived.
I did it! I'm ready for dinner. And Roberto.
Here you are, 9 p.m. sharp. Quiberto is very pleased, except for one thing. I cannot allow the gentleman to enter without having on a tie, or at least a caveat, like the one I'm wearing.
I think I'm gonna faint.
That's it. A thing that goes around your neck like a tie.
That's a tie? After all we went through again? And all we had to do was come here for dinner?
Why am I not surprised? After everything fails, we're saved again, just by being at the right place at the right time.
Why are you making the pop sound? Cuberto is pleased to see you happy. I will seat you at the best table in the house. But the gentlemen still need to put on a tie or caveat.
It looks like our next destination is Twin Falls, Idaho.
What will the gang encounter on their way to Twin Falls? Do they need to worry about skunks? Will George do all the driving? Tune in next week for part 5 of A Hunting We Will Go on another exciting episode of The George and Pudgy Show.
This is the Gum Chewy Radio Network. Tonight's episode of the George and Pudgy Show, A Hunting We Will Go, is brought to you by Dirk Gherkin's Brined and Pickled Fine Smoking Cigars. Did you know that Dirk Gherkin grows and picks his own tobacco, and that he himself rolls his cigars between his thighs before pickling them in the finest Miller moth vinegars and smoke salts for that smooth, mellow, satisfying flavor you'll only find in a genuine Dirk Gherkin cigar? And by the makers of Mama Floppa's Sweet American-Style Fire-Roasted Fish Balls. Mama Floppa's uses only the finest fish balls money can buy. These fish balls are ripped off at peak of flavor, then gently washed and fire-roasted over an open pit. Then they are canned and cooked in Mama Floppa's special sweet and salty ball water. Mama Floppa's, a name to remember, a taste you won't forget.